Morning everyone and welcome to the Cathedral Rock Track on Mount Wellington in southern Tassie. Today I'm going to be looking for a hidden water slide and swimming hole on the Northwest Bay River. I first saw a photo of this place actually years ago with a person sliding down this massive big slab of rock, and I thought, damn, that looks pretty cool. So thought I'd better track it down. A bit of research, some satellite imagery showed me that it's actually on the Northwest Bay River here, a couple of kilometres upstream from the track. So today, we're going to try and track it down. The actual start of the trail is a little bit misleading, as I've just realised. You park your car just behind me there, and it looks like the trail heads along the river. There is a trail that goes that way, but I don't think it's the main track. The main track actually starts just up the road here where there's some proper signage. So just a little heads up. You start your way along the Cathedral Rock Track. There's lots of proper signage. It's a pretty well-established trail. Let's do it. So the Northwest Bay River, on which this water slide and pool resides, is actually pretty sure a drinking water catchment for Hobart. And upstream, there's an intake along the pipeline track, which is why it's called the pipeline track, because the pipes run parallel to it. Now, that means that downstream of the pipes is a pretty dry riverbed, so it makes it really easy to walk along. It also means that it's subject to rapid rises in water. And there's been a lot of rain where it overflows from the catchment area. So you've got to be aware of that. Definitely not a hike to do on a wet sort of a day, but the river itself is just absolutely pristine. There's so many gorgeous emerald pools. It's the same river that hosts Wellington Falls further upstream. And you can actually do a big loop via the Cathedral Rock Track past Mount Montague and Wellington Falls, but today we're just focusing on the water slide in the river further downstream. So here's the start of the track proper, as pointed out by that very helpful sign. Don't go to Mix House, go on the track. It's all private roads around here, so make sure you don't stray off them to ensure that the property owners maintain access to this track, because they are kind of doing everyone a favour by not blocking off the way in. Nicely, lots of water around. It's been a wet week, but it's a beautiful sunny 25-degree day today, so it should mean there's a nice amount of water coming down the slide. And hopefully by the time I get there, I'm nice and warm from the hike. I'm already pretty out of breath, but it is hot today. Little junction in the track. We're going to stick to the right here to go alongside the river, because we don't really want to climb too high above it, given we're going to end up in the river anyway. Not sure how much longer we're going to be on the track before this dumps out actually in the creek itself, but once we get there, it's going to be boulder hopping upstream. So not much further on, we've come out into the middle of the riverbed. It's been about a kilometre of hiking total to this point, only 15 minutes or so. But because the river is so open and dry mostly, it's going to be really easy and pleasant rock hopping. There might be an access point further up the river, because I know there's a couple of points where tracks cross the river and go up the other side. But I'm not really asked about following the track up the hill and then going back down. I'm happy just to be in the river itself, because it's a beautiful day out. I'll give you a look around. Crystal clear, pristine mountain water. And that's where we're headed. I reckon going to be about another 2 kilometres straight up that a ways. First little pool in the river. Gorgeous crystal clear water. And first real kind of obstacle to climb around. But again, like, it's such a bouldery riverbed. Unless you come right after a ton of rain, it's pretty easy going. Zoom in and have a look at that little guy in there. Yeah, that nearly just cut my day short quite a bit. I nearly stepped on a tiger snake. So just to be aware, when it's warm out, the tiger snake's going to be hanging out on these rocks. Yeah, so be careful of that. How about the colour of the water here? Just incredible. There wasn't a target further up, but it's easy to just hang out here all day and have a swim in this pool. Cathedral Rock coming into view up ahead there. Still a little ways off. Adrian Bowl, who was one of the people who's been in here before, gave the water slide the name Cathedral Cascade, which is quite a good name, and it's almost directly below Cathedral Rock itself, so it's quite a good landmark to know how far away we are, and we're still a little ways off after going through the river about the last 40 minutes or so. Again, still easy rock hopping. I have seen another tiger snake, so again, be really aware because I wasn't paying attention. Thankfully, it ran away from me, but yeah, probably bring some stuff to tape up a leg in case you get bitten, I reckon. So I'm standing in the middle of the riverbed. Notice anything missing? Yep, no water. It's actually kind of eerie walking through this sort of section. There's been a couple of bits like it where the river's gone underground and it's just so quiet. You can just hear the distant bits where the river's come out from underground over there, but standing right here, it's almost eerily quiet with just the birds chirping away. Kind of spooky. Not too shabby, walking straight towards Cathedral Rock. Awesome views to be hiking at. The river's starting to narrow into a bit of a gorge. These nice little cascades running through. Don't think we're too far away now. Wow, what a spot. About an hour of brisk rock hopping plus the 15 minutes on the track has brought me out to the Cathedral Cascade or Waterslide or whatever you want to call it. Such a cool spot, this beautiful deep pool with this just picture perfect slide running straight into it. Can't wait to have a dip on this beautiful warm day. And yeah, I'll give you a look. I'm going to wrap the video up here because I'm just retracing my steps basically. It's an awesome spot. There's so worth the effort in summer. I know there's a bit of water in the river all year and there's always enough to make something out of the water slide. Obviously after a bit of rain is better. More water is obviously a little better, but you don't want to come right after or during a lot of rain given the river level can rise rapidly. So that's just something to be aware of. But what a spot. Can't really beat it as a summer water hole. Thanks for watching and happy exploring.